Okay, I've decided I'm going to try and make some keto bread with yeast. I just put some bran in the oven because it's old bran. And so there's a cup of Lupin flour. There's Lupin flour. Get that from Farmer Jack's. Then they don't sell it at Woolworths anymore. A teaspoon of baking powder, teaspoon of sugar. I've got flaxseed meal in here as well. That's about 3/4 of a cup, and there's a cup of Lupin flour in there. A teaspoon, 2 teaspoons of xylam gum, and a teaspoon of sugar has gone in the yeast. So I heated up some water in a bowl, and then add a cup of water in the bowl, and then there's a packet of yeast in there. It's just doing its work. I had the oven on for a little while doing the flaxseed, the bran. I just turned the oven off, but it's warm because it's we're in spring at the moment, so it's a bit colder these days, so yeast likes to be warm, otherwise it dies. I put a teaspoon of sugar in that, so I have to leave that for about half an hour or an hour to rise up. Then I'll add it to the dry mix. This, all the dried ingredients, I'll add it to this. Knead it a little bit. Then I'll put it into a greased container and cook it on probably electric mark 250 degrees until it's cooked. I'll put in how long you have to cook it for because I'm not sure. Usually I don't get the exact measurements for the ingredients. Now you should probably sieve the flour, but I'm lazy. It's better to sieve the flour, it puts more air in it, but I can't be bothered doing that. But that's mixed in the flaxseed and the bran and the Lupin flour and the baking powder. That'll help it rise up a little bit more. I hope it doesn't react with the yeast. I don't think it would. I was looking at keto recipes, and they're using butter and eggs. It's like, well, I don't want to use butter and eggs. I want to do it like a proper loaf with the usual ingredients. I mean, bread is basically just yeast and flour. I mean, they put emulsifiers and all that stuff in it, but basically it's just... Oh, she put a bit of salt in as well, so I'll just add a little bit of salt to it too. So I'll show you the finished result after I've put it in the oven.